and this is more of a global elder concept. Working with LGBTQ youth in Maine taught me how little they had and how often what they had was taken away from them. And I'm partially talking personal possessions and like everything they own, they carried on their back, but I'm also talking about their ability to have a community, their ability to have an adult that was a role model and a support person. And one of the things that really has been brought home to me is the importance of having elders in LGBT youth lives. And in all these committee meetings and Made Speak Out project and all these sort of activism things that I did, youth always showed up. But so did the elders, and the elders offered mentorship, sponsorship in some cases, and really took the youth to a place where they knew there were people who cared about them. So LGBT elders that are willing to step up and take care of the next generation, and that happens so often. They don't even have to know the youth. They don't even have to know the kids. They're like, this kid doesn't have a place to say, okay, let's take care of this and that. Or this person doesn't have any way to pay for the bus to get to school. Let's get them a couple bus passes. I mean, there's the constant reoccurring support for people that don't have any other types of support. And that is something elders do. And that is something I see both in Baltimore, and I saw it in Maine. So that's a more global elder concept, but I thought it was really important to mention.
Absolutely. And you're right that they often do these things without thinking, because often it's not a big deal. And I remember the elders that made my life easier when they could.
Yeah.
So, and also, yeah, you're an elder that's worthy of some praise. You've been working with me in some space since the Hopkins Diversity Committee that we were both on, which is I think the first time we met each other, and it's developed into a friendship that we launched PFLAG through. And that's spectacular. So you are one of the gay elders that I adore.
Thank you. That's really very sweet and wonderful of you. I think that you sort of made a good point there about that. Not about me, but about the idea that people meet and they form connections in ways that move the movement forward and move the support for the community forward. And that's when your idea for PFLAG and recognizing the need for PFLAG in Baltimore and bringing it back again. Mm-hmm. That is the work of an elder. That is the work of somebody who cares about the community and is willing to take those risks to move something forward and to provide something that was not there previously.
Excellent.
Okay.
That's a way of looking at it. And then it's on a knowledge, like, Jim Steinman, the songwriter, passed recently. And I don't know if you know who that is. He wrote like there's boombastic Meatloaf songs. He wrote songs for Bonnie Tyler, who we were just talking about a minute ago. And I was watching him try to work with Bonnie Tyler, and one of the things he said is, "I don't think you've ever necessarily been pushed very hard." And she kind of smiled against what that was, what she was hearing. But I think the elders see things in us that we don't see in ourselves, and sometimes they push on us a little bit, and it's irritating, but it's for the right, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So
I think it is. It's for the good.
Yes, and it's I think it's healthy to remember that just because I've crossed the threshold of 51, isn't that when Breaking Bad starts? Like pieces of bacon on the pancakes say 51. So yeah, in case I need another career, I guess that's in waiting for me. So but yeah, it doesn't mean that I can't be pushed and I can't learn anything new. Life's only an adventure because I keep learning new things and I keep trying new things and my risks get bigger as I get older. I mean, not financially, but emotionally. And I think PFLAG has pushed me in an area that as a therapist I don't technically go, but you've seen in the PFLAG meetings, people want our stories. They want a lot of information about what has happened to us, and how did we get here, and why did me and you, and what,
Yeah, well, I think you're speaking to something big there. I mean, people want stories of their children succeeding, of their friends succeeding, and knowing that just because one of their children or friends or nephews, nieces, however, come out, it doesn't mean that they're going to have a life of doom. We're going to be role models for how people can be successful. And,
that is correct.
I mean, yes, we're who we are, but we can help show some light for a path, I think, that isn't always immediately available.
Correct, and I guess us coming out on this end of the numbers as far as age is really quite comforting to some of the parents that have sought us out in PFLAG. That we're not young people, and we're not new to this. We're full of stories, but we know how to survive. We know how to make things happen, and we can be relied on for appropriate information and emotional support, because we've kind of gone down those roads. So
Well,
I think that's also important.
Yeah, and I mean, what you're describing is resilience. I mean, the
Absolutely.
ability to model resilience for others. So
Absolutely. So I'm not looking at the time. How are we doing? Oh, it doesn't give me a time.
we are at 8 minutes, I believe.
Okay, I think that's probably longer than we want to be. So, but anyway, happy Elders Day, 2012.
Happy
What
Elders
is it?
Day. Thank you for
2021.
everything.
Have a lovely evening. And
Thank you.